Hello, and welcome back to another War Commander video, and probably my last video ever of 2022. Yep, that's right, this will be probably released on the last day of 2022, and yeah. So this video, I'm just going to explain how I personally farm new blueprints and new equipment. So, if we go in, well, I'm already in the Grim Winter event, and as you can see, I've only done the 20,000, the 50,000, and the 100,000 credits. So, let me quickly go over the strengths and the weaknesses to these three, and if you're past like level 60, these are probably the only three which I'd be doing. So let's jump into the 100k first, and let's see what it has. Okay, so as you can see, fair bit of thorium, a lot of just random turrets to deal with random things, and it's just generally a rather big base, so I'm going to prepare my platoon and just go in full brute force with a bunch of well, 3 pythons and 10 copperheads. I'm also going to use a Titanus on the heavy flak turret there, and I'm going to use my griffin to start making a bit of headway into this pile of turrets up there. And yeah, so as you can see, my units aren't a particularly high level, so maybe when they are a high level, they'll be able to deal with this a bit quicker. But right now, it takes me on average probably about 4 minutes to defeat the space, and cost me about 60,000 oil to repair my units afterwards, which isn't bad. But when we get on to the lower tier bases, I'll showcase how it can improve from there. But anyways, as you can see, I'm about 20% of the base destroyed, although that's not including most of the damages up here, which I'm going to do a bit more of. Okay, that should get rid of a fair few flat turret and SAM turrets. Also, is it just me, or do you think SAM turrets should be able to, like, attack helicopters? Because, I mean, they're surface to air, and, like, well, helicopters are in the air, so it makes sense. But anyways, that's just a little bit of me rambling, and okay. So, yeah, these pythons aren't doing their best job ever at the moment. Okay. On the other hand, the copperheads are doing pretty well and just taking out everything. And yeah. Okay, gonna use my griffins once again to take out a bit more. And my copperheads, I'm going to set to attack these turrets over here. Okay, the base is already over half destroyed, which is nice. And one thing you'll notice is I'm not attacking any of the vehicles, like not the Nemesises, not the Reapers, and I think that's Mastiff. I'm not talking that either, and it's just because there's no real point to. You don't need to destroy them because, well, you just need to destroy a certain, well, the entire amount of structures on the base. That doesn't include any of the vehicles. And the vehicles don't do a ton of damage except like the few reavers that deploy from the helipads. So yeah. And anyways, it looks like a lot of things are already destroyed. Base is about 85% done. Okay, unfortunately it does look like my copperheads are taking a fair bit of damage. No, not copperheads, pythons. Although my copperheads aren't holding up too well either. But anyways, I'm gonna move my pythons away from the Mastiff, because they're taking way too much damage. And just try and send them up here. In fact, you know what, send everything up here, because that's pretty much all the remaining structures. And there we go, that was 3 minutes 20 seconds to destroy this 100k credits base. And it's not bad, however, if we go into the 50k one here, I think my personal best for destroying it is around 30 seconds, And considering it only takes half of the resources to do, no, or gives half of the resources, it's way more efficient to just attack this, which I'm going to showcase right here. And yeah, this should be done in sub 40 seconds. And in case if you're wondering what secondary I'm using on my copperheads, I think it's the fireflies. They like deal the most DOT against ground targets. And I think I'll actually pass on the 20k base because I'll just say it's not worth it. But anyway, that concludes this video. I'd do 50k, but yeah, 100k is a bit more fun.